Jenny Stevens here, welcome. So this video I'm going to be talking about dating your prospects, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is, I don't know if anybody of you saw my post the other day. It was mine and my husband's 10-year wedding anniversary on Friday. So we've had a nice weekend relaxing, and actually no, not really relaxing, I don't know why I said relaxing, but just, you know, celebrating, enjoying each other's company. We had a party. So I kind of wanted to talk about love and dating, and you know how this can relate to your marketing with your prospects. So before I get into that, just want to welcome you and introduce myself if this is the first time that you're seeing me. So my name is Jenny Stevens, and I help home-based business owners, that's network marketers, direct sellers, affiliate marketers, build their businesses online, taking their strategies from offline to online, and really helping you use the internet to your advantage, using systems that you can use to create a part-time business. You know, I work full-time, and so I use technology and I use systems to be able to make my life easier, so you know my business can work for me, and that's what I help people like you do as well. So we're talking about dating. So as I say, it was my husband and my 10-year wedding anniversary on Friday. It's crazy, you know, it does feel like a long time ago, but at the same time I don't feel old enough to have been married for 10 years. But so as I said, you know, the reason I wanted to talk about this today is when we're talking about kind of prospecting and talking with people, especially people that we don't know, how we really want to try and make sure that we're dating our prospects. So what a lot of people do, and they make this mistake, is they will try and kind of go for the kill straight away. So a good analogy that I've heard from a few people, you know, kind of top leaders, is it's the equivalent of basically somebody asking you to marry you on the first date or on the first time you've met them. Now obviously, if, you know, as a woman, if a bloke was to ask you to marry you when you first met him, you'd probably, or I would, run away freaking out a little bit. Or if you're a bloke and you're asking a woman to marry you on the first date, then don't think it's weird that she may run away and never speak to you again. So you can see, if you go kind of too much too soon, you're gonna scare away people. And this is the same when it comes to talking with your prospects, or whether it's potential teammates or it's potential customers. You know, and so what a lot of people are doing is, you may have had this yourself, or maybe you've been guilty of it. It's sending a message to somebody, and maybe, you know, you're not even spending any time even saying hello, asking who they are, what they're about. It's just, hey, this is a great business opportunity, here's my link, join my team, buy now, kind of thing. So I know I have had lots of those messages, and you know, I used to get really annoyed by them. But now, you know, it's still frustrating. You're just like, really? But now actually I offer to help these people, because, you know, I can help people find a better way and actually make that, because it must be horrible. You know, I remember trying to do a little bit of cold messaging and I hated it. So now actually I offer to help people, to say, look, you know, you can actually use some attraction marketing, and I can help you find a way that you don't have to have all this rejection that I'm sure you probably get. Now obviously some people may make this work, but I'm pretty sure that the majority of people won't. So what we want to be doing with our prospects instead is actually, you know, kind of date them. So what do I mean by this? So by dating your prospects, I'm talking about actually spending some time getting to know them, you know, nurturing that relationship. So you imagine you met somebody, whether it's in a coffee shop or in a pub or, you know, wherever, and you know, what would be the first thing you do? You'd probably start chatting. Maybe you might say, hey, can I take your number and we'll go out sometime? You might start texting. You know, all these kind of things. You just start off slowly, just start getting to know each other and figure out, you know, whether you like each other or not. So that's what we need to be doing in our marketing, whether it's offline or online. You know, is really spending that time building up that relationship first without kind of expecting anything in return. So let me just hear actually from you. So first of all, if you are coming in, whether it's live or on the replay, just pop your name in the comments below and let me know where you're from, just so I can obviously interact with you guys and just say hey and give you a little shout out. But also drop a 1 in the comments if you have ever received a message where it's kind of like somebody has asked you to marry them on the first date. And I'm talking about in the network marketing world. Has anybody messaged you and kind of just not even bothered asking your name or who you are or anything about you, and they've just gone straight in for the, hey, kind of join my team kind of message? Just drop a 1 below. I'd just be interested just to see, who's had that. It's a little slurp of my tea. Very British, having a cup of tea. It's really cold and rainy today. So yes, so talking about dating, so basically how you can actually make this effective and how you effectively date using online marketing methods is it is the equivalent of asking for someone's phone number and, hey, can we go out sometime, and maybe start messaging. And how I kind of got taught with it, and what we teach about in the attraction marketing formula is you can do this through email newsletters. So you can actually then start building up that relationship with somebody through email. And a lot of it is great because you can actually automate a lot of it. You can have a lot of, this nurturing of your relationship happen kind of on autopilot, which is fantastic. And it's perfect for me. So it means my business is running, in the background while I'm either going to work or while I'm sleeping or while I'm out with friends or whatever. So you can actually just send, it's nice, non-threatening, just simple communication that you can be sending to your prospect with emails, that's just going to kind of start building up that relationship. So, so if you're thinking, okay, well, what do I send people in emails? So the big thing is, and it goes through this in the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp, and then even more details in the full blueprint, the ebook. So if you want to have any more information about that, then just drop a 2 in the comments below, and I'll make sure that I pop a link to you so you can get into that bootcamp, which goes over this in a lot more detail. But so how you actually start providing value to people. It's just giving people free, readable value that's just going to help your reader. And if you're not quite sure what value means, because I know when I first started hearing this term, I was like, what do they mean by value? And that's probably a whole other video. But basically it's useful, helpful information you're giving out for free. So as you're learning something, you can kind of put your own spin on it, and or maybe give some of your tips that you've taken from maybe reading a chapter of a book or watching a video or watching a webinar or anything like that, or maybe some company training. You can then start providing that to your audience. So just like I'm doing here, I'm just providing you with hopefully some helpful information for you, just to help you in your business. So that's what I mean by kind of giving value, and I'll do another video on that, and the bootcamp does go into how you can do this as well. And then the other thing, obviously, in terms of how you can then get things round to your products and to your business opportunity, is you can then just subtly and tastefully plug whichever product it is that you're promoting. You might want to do one, kind of promote one different product or something per week or month, and you could create a whole week based on one product, but without kind of spouting out, buy this, la la la. It's start giving some useful information about that product, without really necessarily having to showcase your product. And again, this is a mistake I used to make. So I used to do my network marketing company was in makeup, so obviously it's a very visual product, but it was always taking selfies, kind of holding up the lipstick next to my face and showing the product. But you want to create curiosity as well. So you can tastefully just plug your product within the value that you're giving people, and just it's really about helping people. So it's what I did when I kind of first got started, when reading the attraction marketing formula, is it really helps talk to you about understanding who it is you're talking to. So I'm talking to, to network marketers, home-based business owners. I understand the struggles, the pains, because I went through it, and I still have my own struggles of things that, get in the way and stop me, or whether it's mindset, or whether it's knowledge, or whether it's practice or consistency, all these things. And then also taking people to where they want to go. So what is it that people are looking for? They're looking for a solution and especially online. If you think about Google, YouTube, these platforms are filled with people looking for solution, and that's why using online methods is so powerful, because we have access to just so many people and seeing what they're looking for. So when we're talking about providing value to people, we're talking about solving problems as well. So there's a good analogy, not sure if that's the right word, but where nobody went looking for a drill. They're looking for how to create a hole. So so if you're wanting to sell drills, don't sell them a drill, sell them that, okay, well, here's how you can drill a hole in the wall. So it's things like that. So but using Facebook and YouTube are not well, Facebook is fantastic, but in terms of finding problems, you can use Facebook, Google and YouTube to find so many problems. So if your product or your opportunity is then genuinely going to help solve somebody's problem, then that's what you're kind of building up that relationship with. You're letting your audience know that you are there to help them. You're giving them some free tips, some free advice. Maybe if you're in health and wellness kind of thing, you could be doing some little fitness tips, or some healthy recipes, or what the benefits of having certain nutrients in your body can do, and all of that doesn't have to, it's not directly talking about your products. So is this making sense? So just give me some likes if this is making sense, or just drop a Y in the comments below, just so I can make sure that you're understanding this and it's helping. So really talking about that free valuable information and how to fix their problem. So I say we don't want to just start kind of puking our links everywhere, spamming people, really talking about kind of going above and beyond for your audience. Service, kind of customer service really goes a long way. I always used to kind of go above, and I used to always try, I'd like package up people's products in nice little kind of gift sets and wrap it all up nicely, and really make it feel special for them. So when I used to go around delivering my products, or if I was posting them and stuff, they would receive a really nice kind of gift wrap personal thing from me, rather than just a thing in a plain box. So little things, customer service goes a long way, however it is that you're using it. So obviously building online, you can do like nice thank you videos to say, hey, thank you so much for, buying my product. So you really want to wow your prospects with value, and let them know that you know what you're talking about. So, and if you can make them look forward to your emails, then, win-win, people are really gonna they'll then be so much more drawn to you, because you're helping them provide a solution to their problem. You're giving them lots of free tips and tricks, and lots of different free stuff that you're just giving out to people, and then you can just kind of nicely subtly plug your products or your opportunity, sort of in the background of giving away all this value. So that's just a kind of a quick thing about dating. So how do we start dating people? And it doesn't even, you can do other things than just email, like Facebook Lives are brilliant. Videos in general are brilliant, because people will get to know you so much more and so much quicker than just maybe a Facebook Messenger. you know, because, you know, you can see me, you can see what I look like, what my voice sounds like. So if I was to say to you, you know, hey, do you want to jump on a call with me if you're stuck or you need any help? You know what I sound like. So, you know, you're going to trust me more because you've seen me, you know what I'm like. Hopefully, you know, you'll see I'm not scary. I'm not trying to scam you out of anything. You know, I'm just a human being trying to help you. So that's the beauty of doing Facebook Lives and videos. And you can say, as I said, with emails, you can actually automate so much of this because you can have some little videos just introducing yourself and just start giving some free stuff that you could got set up already. Create a video, put it in an email. So people that have never met you before, they may come across something online of yours, whether it's a video or a blog post or anything really, and then, you know, they can then give you their email address because they're wanting to get some free information, and then they can go through a little series where they're starting to get to know you without you ever having to have spoken to them or met them. So it really just helps fast track a lot of that kind of dating process, you know. So then when you've eventually then say, you know, let's talk properly, and we'll talk whether it's on a video call or on the phone, you know, they've already kind of got to know bits about you and what you're about and how you're helping them, you know, for nothing, you know. And this is really how you attract people to you. And how attraction marketing works. You're giving out free value and people will see, God, this person really, you know, knows their stuff. They can really help me get from A to B. And this is what you need to be thinking about, is how can you help somebody get from struggling person, maybe it's someone like I was, you know, working full time, was just bored, you know, wanted something more in life, to now, you know, my B is quitting my job, sacking my boss, you know, working from home, in my own time, when I want, doing work that I absolutely love, every day, and getting paid a lot more than what I would be in my job. You know, that's my B. So how can you take your people from A to B? You know, so you just got to, you know, do it in little steps, and that's where your emails can really come into play, by dating them. And it is all about that. And there was a great thing, so Ryan Dice, who I follow, he's a great guy and great, he's got a company called Digital Marketer, so they are just amazing at everything digital marketing. And you know, I saw him a few months ago at an event in London, and it was great because he's always talking about this whole kind of dating your prospects, and, you know, not asking your people to marry you straight away. And he says, even when you are married, you know, you don't just, well, hopefully most people don't just, you know, stop giving up, you know. And like me and my husband we are pretty rubbish. We don't go on dates very often, and I always say to him that, you know, we really got to make sure we do more dates and stuff like that, because, you know, when you are married, or if you've been with somebody for a long time, you still got to make the effort. You still need to spend that time together that's out and about, you know, not just sat on the sofa downstairs watching telly, you know. So he was saying him and his wife always, even now after something like 20 years marriage, they all still have a weekly date. And I think that is so cute. That is so good to do. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. So there goes into more about this in the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp. I've just given you kind of a bit of a high level little snippet of what it means to really kind of date your prospects. So say if you want to get your hands on that bootcamp, I will pop a link for you in the comments when I finished. Say, or just drop a 1 and I will send you a quick message so you can get hold of that. But really just think about that, where if you're just, you know, a lot of people when they're using Facebook and social media to find new people, it might just be a case of, you know, adding 10 people a day who you don't know. Maybe they're mutual friends, but they'll probably just be other network marketers. But, you know, as if you're just adding people and then sending them a message to say, hey, join my business, I've got a great thing, look at my video, something like that, is that's the equivalent of asking a stranger to marry you straight away. So really think about how you can start just building up that, you know, that relationship, starting off by just getting to know each other. And it, you know, it can be difficult to not have that hidden agenda, but it will really pay off for you. So I say, you know, grab the boot camp. Say it's a free 10-day boot camp. You'll get an email every single day from me, and it will just help go through exactly how you do all this in the different steps and how you can actually automate this. So, you know, you can build up a lot of that process automatically, you know, so then when you do, as I mentioned, when you do then maybe jump on a call with somebody to start really, you know, connecting even more, you know, a lot of the heavy lifting is already done for you. So that has been what's, you know, this is the exact same training that I went through and how I've been able to build my business through using this exact strategy. So I know it works. So yeah, I'll drop that in for you. So hopefully that's helped. Anyways, my little live for you today, as I'm in that kind of lovey mood with my anniversary. So yeah, anyway, so have a fantastic day. And what I'll do, I'll talk a bit more about this in a bit more detail, go over maybe kind of next steps of this on later in the week, probably Thursday, maybe Friday, to just kind of carry on this theme of kind of dating your prospects and how you build up that relationship. So we'll go over that a bit more later in the week for you. All right, so have a great rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. So make sure that you know, just leave your name and where you're from below, so I can, you know, even come back afterwards and say hey to you. You know, obviously once this live has finished. So take care, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.